Alright fellas, we got that low elo bronze to platinum tier list. Kicking it off straight away, we got Junkrat. Honestly, Junkrat, he's pretty good still right now. Easy A tier, provides great utility. His tire is extremely overpowered. The only problem right now with Junkrat is that the meta doesn't really favor him. Right now, I think the meta suits more of a dive team composition. As you see, like, where's Wrecking Ball? Where's Wrecking Ball? S tier, dominating the tank role, dominating the entire game. Easily the best character in the entire game right now. Like, why is it that a character can roll in, do 50 damage with the roll, slam on you for 100, without even firing a single shot? It doesn't make any sense. Why is that a thing? Not to mention, you literally can't kill Wrecking Ball because his shields go over 1,000. He's literally invincible. It's just very toxic for the game. I don't know why Blizzard buffed him. Before Season 3, he was in a fine state. It's just because Roadhog was extremely powerful. Orisa was extremely powerful, so Wrecking Ball wasn't seeing much play, but since Orisa got nerfed, Roadhog got nerfed, and Wrecking Ball got buffed all at the same time, it just created this entire wave of Wrecking Ball is now just, he's way too good, way too good. Bastion, honestly, I think Bastion is a pretty decent matchup into Wrecking Ball. Melts him pretty quickly with Zenyatta and also Ana having that, the anti and the Discord orb on him, but other than that, I don't think Bastion really has a place in the meta. He's good against Wrecking Ball, good against Reinhardt for the most part. Other than that, Bastion, he kind of just gets farmed by the other DPS right now. All the good DPS right now, like for example, Soldier. I think Soldier's S tier. Soldier's so good, especially in lower rank. He has mobility. You can reposition with his shift. He has a self-heal. His ultimate's very strong. And Soldier just dominates Bastion as well. His Helix Rocket just absolutely destroys him. You can instantly kill him. And Soldier with a Mercy Pocket is probably one of the best pairings in the entire game. It's so strong having a Mercy with Soldier. Every time I play Soldier, I always ask for Mercy Pocket before even starting the game. Like, I pick Soldier, hey, can we get a Mercy Pocket? So strong, makes the game so easy to play as Soldier. Lucio, I think Lucio, he's okay right now. I'd probably put him like high B, low A tier probably. I'll put him in A tier. Like, I think Lucio, he's pretty versatile in most team compositions, and he also provides pretty good healing. His utility is good, and his ultimate is extremely strong. And in these dive compositions and being able to speed in, Lucio just makes it that much easier to do that. On top of that, having Wrecking Ball with Lucio, it just makes it so easy to get on the enemy backline. If they don't know how to play against it, it's so hard to deal with Lucio speed, especially at lower ranks. The only caveat with Lucio though is if you're playing him, you need to communicate with your teammate. You have to. Just be like, hey, oh, I'm speeding in right now. Makes it so easy to play the game. Very easy. You just pick one target, jump on them, and they can't play. Mei, I think Mei is B tier. Like, the thing about Mei is if you're good with her and you cycle your abilities correctly and you know what to do, then she can be very strong, right? She slows down Wrecking Ball. Her ultimate provides crazy utility. It's a huge area of effect freeze. Crazy utility. She did get buffs in Season 3 as well. Her wall provides great utility with blocking off the tank, separating them from the enemy team. It's really good against Reinhardt. Reinhardt dashes in. Boom, Mei wall comes up. What is he gonna do? He can't play. He literally can't play. His backline's separated from him. Easy kill on the Reinhardt for the most part, and her shift is really good. Like, she's very self-sufficient and has a heal, and she can play however she wants to, basically. Mercy, easy S tier. I still think Mercy's probably the best support in the entire game right now. Damage boost is just ridiculous. Her healing makes Winston literally useless. Her buffed healing makes Winston literally useless. Her Guardian Angel is extremely strong. Her healing, her Guardian Angel, her resurrection, damage boost, literally everything about this character just so strong, and it's so bad for the game. Having a res in an FPS is ridiculous. It shouldn't exist. It really shouldn't. Pharah, honestly, I think Pharah's dog right now. She's so bad. With all the hit scans running around, Pharah just doesn't really have a place in this meta. Honestly, she might move up to B tier with a Mercy Pocket, but for lower ranks, Pharah is not that good. Same with Reaper. Reaper, I don't think Reaper is that good right now. Reaper's okay into Wrecking Ball, but other than that, Reaper kind of just gets farmed by everything that's good right now. There's just way better characters to play that aren't Reaper. No reason to really pick them. Cassidy, I'm gonna put Cassidy S tier. Cassidy's so strong right now. So strong. Magnetic Grenade, his damage drop-off buff from 20 meters to 25 meters makes him so strong. He just farms Pharah, absolutely destroys Reaper. He's dominating the game right now. The only kind of bad part about Cassidy is his high noon, but even his high noon, if used correctly, can just separate an entire team fight. You literally just sit there, hold high noon, and they can't even peek. It just separates the entire enemy team. Opinion, probably the best DPS in the game right now. Reinhardt, I think Ryan is definitely A tier. Ever since he got his buff Season 3, He's been very good. He definitely has a place in the meta. Overall solid tank, good against hit scans. Junkrat kind of farms him. Bastion also kind of destroys his shield as well, but I think Reinhardt is probably one of the best tanks right now, as well as Wrecking Ball and a couple others, but Reinhardt is definitely up there. Getting into that Roadhog, I think Roadhog is just absolutely dogged right now. So bad. He's very, very situational now, which I think is way healthier for the game, rather than him being picked all the time. Like, he's good on the Ilios map with the hole in the center, where you just hook people in. Ever since they took away his one shot, he hasn't really found his footing again, and I think there's just way better tanks in the game. Here we go. Now this is where it gets spicy. Symm? I think Symm is S tier. Hear me out. Symmetra, I just made a video on this, but Symmetra is so broken. It's actually crazy what she provides to a team. Global ultimate, great mobility, turrets that are basically an entire character in themselves, the ability to control an entire choke point by yourself. Her damage is crazy. Her laser beam damage is crazy. Her right click charges up very, very quick too to poke down enemies, and her ultimate charges extremely quick. Symmetra has everything. And with Pharah not being that good right now, and Reaper not being that good right now, like, she actually dominates right now. Same with Torb. I think Torb is so good too right now. Torb definitely an A tier. His turret is so good. Nembani, really good Torb map, but his Molten Core is so strong for controlling choke points. His turret's extremely strong too. And most people don't really know how to deal with Soujourn in lower ranks. Tracer, I think Tracer's S tier as well. Tracer is so strong getting on the back line of the enemy supports. When people don't communicate as much as well, boom, blink in, wipe their support instantly, recall out, create a bunch of distractions, right? Disrupt the enemy backline. They won't be able to play. If you're a decent Tracer, they won't be able to play. Widow, I'd probably put in B or A tier. Considering this is a lower rank, I'm gonna put her in B tier. To be honest, there's a lot better characters you should be playing besides Widowmaker. Like, Widow, yes, sure, she's very, very good in higher ranks. Like, if this was a higher rank tier list, I'd probably put her in A or S tier. But for the most part, Widow, I wouldn't be playing her that much in lower ranks. She is a pretty hard character to actually play properly. The enemy team just goes Winston or something, or Genji or Tracer or Wrecking Ball, all this stuff running around. You don't know how to play Widow and be evasive, then honestly, you're just gonna get farmed. Genji, I'm leaning towards high B, low A tier, but I'll put him at the top of B tier. I don't think Genji's there yet for being an A tier character, but with all the dive going around, I think he does have his place in certain team compositions. Same with Winston as well. I think Winston, probably B tier, C tier pick, depending on who you're playing, right? If they have Wrecking Ball just does way more than Winston does right now in terms of dive compositions. That fact, I'm just gonna put Winston in C tier. I don't think he's that good right now, but there is situations where he is pickable. But if the enemy team has Mercy, you can't be playing Winston. You literally can't. D.va, I think, is very good right now. Underrated character. Don't see enough of her. I think D.va's defense matrix is extremely strong. Allows your team to get into chokes. You eat up a bunch of damage for free, and she's also pretty good into wrecking. Her D.va's not bad right now. Her ult's good too. She has the ability to create a lot of space in the back. But Zarya, I think Zarya's really strong right now. When I play tank, I love playing Zarya. It's like, I think Zarya is so good right now. Not as good as Wrecking Ball. They gave Zarya an energy buff, so her energy doesn't deplete as quick. So she's actually able to maintain 100 charge a lot easier and actually get up to 100 charge very easy as well. And I think that Zarya is being underplayed right now. I think more people need to start playing her because she's actually very, very strong. Okay, we got Hanzo. Honestly, Hanzo going in the same tier as Widow. You shouldn't be playing this character. He's hard to play for the value that you get out of. Why play Hanzo when you can just play Cassidy, play Soldier with a pocket, or play Tracer? Why play these two characters when you can just play everything that's way better? There's no reason to play Hanzo. Like, yeah, I know you might be thinking, oh, what about this guy? He only plays Hanzo. Well, it's like, first of all, he's a one-trick, top 500, master, whatever, grandmaster player. You guys are low elo. Please don't be playing these hard to play heroes. If you want to climb, don't be playing Hanzo every game. Don't be playing Genji every game. Just don't play those characters and you'll start to climb. Now, if this was a top 500 master tier list, I would put him S, but I'm gonna put him A. His Discord orb is really good against ball. It's a great to have. Is the only reason I'm not putting him in S tier is because having good positioning on Zen is extremely important. Because he's so squishy and easy to dive, you need to be good at Zen in order to actually make him good, if that makes sense. Like, bad Zen players, you can tell if they're bad at Zen. Their positioning will be bad and they'll always just be dead. They'll literally be dead on cooldown, just running back from base, dying instantly. Ana, same thing as Zen. I think she's pickable, pretty versatile. Her anti's always going to be good. Her sleep's always going to be good. Her ultimate's always going to be good. Just her kit alone makes Ana always going to be one of those characters that's pickable in almost any situation. Sombra, honestly, I think Sombra is just so bad. Just the way she plays is just extremely bad. People say, oh, she counters ball because she can hack them and hack the health packs, which is true. But I personally think if the enemy team doesn't have a wrecking ball, Sombra is completely useless. Completely useless. But honestly, there's way better characters to pick other than Sombra. Right? If it's a 5v4 all the time, and the Sombra's not really doing that much and being useless, and you can just punish that super easily. Orisa, I haven't seen that much of Orisa lately either. I still think she's decent. She's good into Doomfist, okay into Wrecking Ball, but she's not as good as she used to be. She got her damage fall off range nerfed again, and ever since then, I haven't really been seeing that much Orisa. There's just better tanks. Doomfist, I think Doomfist B or A, depending on the player, but since it is a lower ranked tier list, I'm going to put them in B tier. I think these two tanks are on par right now, to be honest. In lower ranks especially, people have no idea how to play Doomfist. They just go in and die instantly. They don't know what. Doom is one of those characters where if you're really good at Doomfist, you can easily carry every single game. But if you don't know what you're doing on Doomfist, you'll actually just die on cooldown and you'll get farmed. There's literally no in between. Moira, C for cringe. Yeah, I think C for cringe is good. I don't know, C or D for Moira. Like I don't think she's that bad, but man, I don't like Moira players. I really don't. Like there's just way better characters to play besides Moira. She's not a good character. Please stop playing her. Like why play Moira? You need to play Zen, play Lucio, play Ana. Like, I'm so tired of seeing these guys shift into their backline. Oh, I'm a TikTok Moira, bro. Get my damage orb out. I'll damage the enemy supports. I'll kill this enemy supports. Like, bro, just play something easier to play. Heal your team, and you'll actually be way more useful, and you'll actually climb. Stop playing DPS Moira, please. I just stop. Brigitte, honestly, I'm going to put her B tier. I think Brigitte is better than Moira. To be honest, I'd rather have a Brigitte on my team than a Moira. Like she is a good matchup into Wrecking Ball, but other than that, Brigitte, there's other characters to play besides her that are actually good. Ashe, I think Ashe for lower ranks is gonna be B tier, on par with all the sniper characters. I don't think Ashe is that good. It shouldn't be played as often as these two. Soldier and Cassidy are just way better for hit scans right now than playing these three sniper characters. She just doesn't really have her place in the meta right now because there's so much dive. There's no reason to be playing Ashe when you can just be playing Cassidy, you know? There's literally no reason for it. Like, think about Cassidy's kit. Like, he throws his dynamite, fan the hammer, literally does like half the tank's life, rolls, fan the hammers again, tank's almost dead. Ashe actually has to like be precise, aim all of her shots, aim her dynamite, use her coach gun correct. It's just her abilities are not as forgiving. She's harder to play, and she's doing less damage than Cassidy right now. Baptiste, I think Baptiste is still so broken, but just because the meta right now, I think he's just an A tier. He's on par with all these characters, on par with Zenyatta, on par with Baptiste, on par with Lucio, and Ana as well. I like these four supports, I think are very, very good, reliable, and viable. No support is ever gonna match Mercy unless they nerf her. She's just way too good. Sigma, I think Sigma, almost on par with Ball. He's low S. I think Sigma is so good right now. So good right now. I've said this from the start, but he's probably been the most balanced tank since the game has been out. And now that all these tanks have been nerfed and meta has switched and Sigma is finding its place, he's good against Wrecking Ball, and he's also good for holding the front line against Wrecking Ball too. Echo going in C for cringe, that's literally all I have to say. Echo is just not good right now. I don't think, every Sojourn I've seen is just hasn't done anything. They've nerfed her so many times, and honestly, she's just not as good as Soldier or Cassidy right now. I'm putting her in C for cringe. I'd much rather have an Ashe on my team, or a Widow or Hanzo, than a Sojourn. I just don't think Sojourn's good right now. Sure, with a Mercy pocket, and if you're cracked on her, she's probably still playable. Here's my argument. Why play Sojourn when I can just play Soldier? I'd say JunkerQueen's high B tier. I don't think she's on par with Reinhardt or Zarya right now, but I think JunkerQueen dominates below this list. I think JunkerQueen definitely has her place in the meta. Her ultimate is still very strong. The thing about JunkerQueen and why she isn't as good as the other tanks is because she doesn't provide as much utility. The thing about JunkerQueen is her ultimate, right? You fly in with your ultimate, purple the entire enemy team, and then you just get cleansed by Kiriko. So that's kind of one of her biggest weaknesses right now is the Kiriko cleanse, but if that is removed from the game, Kiriko cleansing anti, which it probably, but if that is ever removed from the game, JunkerQueen, in my opinion, will instantly be S tier. Speaking of Kiriko, lower ranked players, sure, Kiriko abilities are very strong, right? You got the cleanse, teleport, you know, you got a lot of damage, you can climb walls, you can escape easily, right? You have everything. But from what I've seen, if you can't play Kiriko, she's not that good. She has a 45% win rate. I've said this now for like 2-3 months that I don't think Kiriko is that good. I'm putting her in B tier, but I don't think Kiriko is that good. You actually have to aim with her and be good with her. Aim your shots. Her healing isn't as much as it used to be. Her ultimate's kiteable now. You can just back up from her ultimate. The only thing that makes Kiriko remotely strong and why people put her in S tier and A tier is because of her cleanse and her ability to escape situations with her teleport. Like she's way overplayed. I hate having Kirikos. They can't aim and they don't know what to do. They just die on cooldown. The heals aren't even that good. There's no reason to play Kiriko. Please stop picking Kiriko because people are putting her in S tier. Please. Please. Ramattra, A tier. Ramattra's on par with Rein, Zarya, D.va. Those characters, I think these four tanks, D.va, Rein, Zarya, Ramattra, are all about the same power level, all dominating the game right now. But other than that, I think this list is I think this list is a W. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Subscribe if you enjoyed, fellas. Peace.